Excuse me. Today's topic is there's a difference as far as I'm concerned with the way women who earn their own money or have their own money through inheritance or support of some type, such as alimony, child support. They command a different amount of respect, and a lot of times it's up to them to decide if and how they'll interact with the males in their lives that they're dating or mating with. Certainly, if a man says that he's old school, he can't skip over the point of protecting, providing, and guiding with wisdom. Meaning they mutually speak concerning what's happening within their lives and the lives connected to them. A woman who commands her own respect because she can afford to provide for herself. She can afford to protect herself in some measures. Commands a different amount of respect, and therefore some men are intimidated concerning this type of woman. And what happens is the men sometimes want to damage the woman's mind, her spirit. They won't properly align the woman because, they want a woman to respect them as a larger portion of what the couple is. They really damage their opportunity to co-cease or co-grow together as mature adults. So it's like, make no mistake, if a woman gives you some measure of respect, whether it's the tone that she speaks to you in, whether it's the fact that she gives you some time within her life, knowing that time is measured. Understand that's a gift. There are millions of men in the world. Millions. It doesn't mean that every woman thinks that she can just find her another man and that that's the solution to whatever issue she's enduring. It does mean that she keeps her mind geared towards the fact that she is deserving of respect. And say, like, if you run into a man who purposely gets you in trouble just so he can hold that trouble over your head and say, you're a sinner, I'm going to keep you in lack and density and continue to keep using you and misusing you. You might find out you have squandered or allowed someone else to squander years and years and years of your life. And it's really no fun when you wake up intellectually and understand how much time you've wasted, what's precious to you is missing. So you need to understand as a male how to approach a woman who has her own. You might not just assume that she will give in to you. You might not assume that she will not raise her voice to you. You might not assume that she might select you. Because it's obvious that, she can support herself. Why would she sacrifice her self-respect and dignity, understanding the superficial, cowardly world we live in today? That suggests, once a woman has given in to a man who only intended on disrespecting her, who else should respect her? And that's so idiotic because it says that, each person's not a sinner. That method says that, one person sin is worse than the other person's sin, and not that each person is a sinner. If we looked at life each day and said, I woke up this morning. It is a gift. Yet I'm going to turn that gift around and destroy that gift, because I'm going to look at life as if I have no reason to change who I am in any way. I've made absolutely no mistakes in life. And we know that that's incorrect. Every day we learn something different and something new, right? So it's very important the type of male and mates that you select in your life. If they do not respect the fact that you have gotten your life in order and you earned your own currency, because their mother didn't earn her own currency, their grandmother didn't earn their own currency, and they think that that's the way women are, so that they can coincide with the male in their life that allowed that. A lot of times their fathers and grandfathers weren't honest with them to tell them. At times they struggled so hard financially, because in those days they had a lot of mouths to feed, a lot of people living in the same home. So it would have stood nice to have two incomes, two sources of finances to help with some of the expenses. Yet they wouldn't want to hurt their mother's feelings or their image, so that their young still had a respectful image to look forward to with their mothers, their grandmothers. And that's a lot of what we're missing today, is the fact of saving people's reputation and their characters. So I think, it's not just that a woman earns her own money, or that she is from a affluential family that has a lot of money and you should just give in to her because she has her own money. It says you certainly cannot lump every woman in the same category and say that this woman who has spent her life at home takes credit as a great homemaker, and yet this other woman who has sacrificed her mothership, her motherhood, and raising her young, and ventured into the workforce, doesn't get nearly the same credit. So it says that we live in a racist system sometimes, that says that we are compared to women not only in our generation, yet to women in other generations prior to our time period. And it's important that someone says this directly to us so that we understand what our competition is, who our competition is, and why. We need to understand why we're judged the way we are judged. You'll find that some women try to, they try to play the superwoman role, and they want to raise young, and they want to have the education, and they want to have the job as well. Yet somewhere in their lives, something's lacking, something's missing. Yet what we forget is to remain supportive of them and to allow them to understand we might not agree with some of their tactics of raising their families. Yet they have the right as grown adults to raise their families the way that they see fit. They have the right as grown adults to date the people that they see fit to date. So, having mature conversations frequently can allow the mind to mature in a way that suggests that we might not make the same dangerous mistakes that other people have made. And we don't need to keep having constant examples of the statistics that have fell prey, to ungodly sin. It's kind of like a woman might not forget that she has young. And it's not just because of the physical damage that happens to her autonomy. When she unclothes herself and she sees that she has stretch marks, she sees that her autonomy isn't as tight and taut as it once was. So, she understands that she carried life within her. Some males can never forget that they are fathers. And it's sad that we don't talk concerning this directly. It's like we're not giving each other our credit. It's like it's a sin today to say, listen, I can't respect all the decisions that you made as a father, as a man, as a male, period. Yet, I thank you, I love you, and I hold some morsel of respect towards you as a person. I don't endorse all that you are, the way that you are, no. I think every person here has some room for improvement. And just to stop, communicating with each other altogether and saying, I'm just going to wait until you make poor decisions. And then there's no doubt in my mind, I can disrespect you then. Because I understand that now you've made these poor decisions. And I think, so it's important to have a mature partner who's open-minded enough to discuss topics that are really, really serious. That are serious topics. It's like, how can a mother-in-law or a father-in-law say that they are feeling humiliated in regards to their young